Welcome to the March 2024 update of the Stellantis LG Energy Battery Plant NextStar in Windsor, Ontario. NextStar Energy Gigafactory is located on the border between the town of Tecumseh and the city of Windsor, in the southwest corner of EC Row and Banwell Road. Today we fly over the NextStar Gigafactory to compare the buildings and groundwork under construction throughout the project. We will also look at the current news and controversy about the EV muscle cars at the Stellantis Chrysler Windsor Assembly Plant. My name is Bob Jones. Like and subscribe to follow these informational updates. I appreciate the help and thank you for your support. Stellantis and LG Energy Solution is well underway with the construction of a 5 billion Canadian dollar lithium-ion battery production plant in Windsor, Ontario, named NextStar. The Inflation Reduction Act in the U.S. led to reopening negotiations between Stellantis and Canadian authorities to match incentives, increasing the cost to a whopping 15 billion Canadian dollars. The plant's construction involves up to 3,200 tradespeople. That's 2,300 Canadian workers and 900 Korean workers. The facility will produce battery cells and modules to meet the approximately 40% of Stellantis' electric vehicle production requirements in North America. Stellantis owns several well-known automotive brands. These brands include Abarth, Alfa Romeo, Chrysler, Citroën, Dodge, DS, Fiat, Jeep, Lancia, Maserati, Opel, Peugeot, Ram, and Vauxhall. The news of EVs will impact the workforce by creating new jobs in the sector. The retooling and expansion plans are expected to bring about 2,500 new jobs to the area. The plant's construction is also expected to attract suppliers who will build factories to support the NextStar plant, contributing to the development of a world-class EV cluster in the region, extending its benefits to areas like Chatham, Sarnia, and London in southern Ontario. NextStar is not the only factory changing the scene for the automotive industry in Windsor. Stellantis also owns the Windsor Assembly Plant, located at 2199 Chrysler Central in Windsor. It was built in 1928 and has a rich history of producing various vehicles over the years. The Chrysler Assembly Plant has been retooled to build electric vehicles, and the new Dodge Charger will be the first off the line. The expected release date for Stellantis' electric muscle car is set for later in 2024. The EV version of the Dodge Charger signifies the next generation of Dodge muscle cars and is part of Stellantis' transitioning towards electric vehicles to reduce its global carbon footprint by 2030 and achieve carbon zero by 2038. Production of the two-door coupe electric Charger is anticipated by Stellantis at the Windsor Assembly Plant. The two-door coupe version is expected to start this summer, while the electric four-door and gas-powered versions will start early next year. The expected range of the electric Dodge Charger is estimated to be impressive, with battery packs offering ranges from 300 miles, or 483 kilometers, to 500 miles, or 804 kilometers, and will offer two powertrain options, one delivering up to 670 horsepower and the other boasting 496 horsepower. The high-performance version, delivering up to 670 horsepower, is expected to reach 0 to 60 miles per hour, that's 97 kilometers per hour, in just 3.3 seconds. Both will have the company's Fratzonic chambered exhaust that sends air through chamber to simulate the roar of a V8. All versions have all-wheel drive, but can be switched to rear-wheel drive so owners can still do burnouts and drifting. There will also be options that set the cars up for the racetrack. Both are heavy due to the big batteries, each with gross vehicle weights of more than 3 tons. That's over 6,000 pounds. The expected price for the Dodge Charger is estimated to range from $40,000 to $50,000. This pricing aligns with the typical range for muscle cars and reflects Stellantis' strategy to offer competitive pricing for their electric muscle car models. Stellantis will keep selling a gas-powered Charger as well, but without the Hemi V8. The new gas-powered Charger will look similar to the electric versions and be powered by a new 3-liter 6-cylinder engine with 2 turbochargers. Standard versions will put out 420 horsepower, while high-output engine will have 550. The Windsor Assembly Plant will be able to flex between gasoline and electric depending on consumer demand. The flexibility will let Stellantis hedge its bets if electric vehicle sales take off or slow down. A smart move in today's uncertain future in green energy production. The new information shines a positive light in the forward movement of the EV industry. The extended range in electric muscle cars offers a substantial driving distances to meet consumer needs and expectations. That said, there is a long way to go to instill consumer confidence in the EV market. The power grid, in its current state, will not sustain the power draw of an EV world. Safety concerns with the lithium-ion battery need to be addressed. The availability of ample charging stations convenient to apartment dwellers and homes without parking or garages is an issue too. Reduced lifespan of electric compared to gas vehicles, the rising cost of electricity, the inconvenience of waiting to recharge, the effect of winter on battery range, and other lingering questions need to be overcome. I'll leave the March update with a question you might be able to answer. Will the necessary infrastructure and challenges mentioned above be overcome by 2030, or stall the EV evolution into decades beyond? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. My name is Bob Jones, and I will see you in the next video.